Hello guys, good evening. Welcome to Daily Market Review. Today's date is September 4th. We had quite a strange PA, basically pump and dump, and I'll walk you guys through the New York session. So let me zoom in a little bit. So the overnight price action was basically choppy, not choppy, but like consolidating, and ES took the sell side here during London session, and NQ did not, which was an SMT divergence. Then NQ ran on some buy stops here, equal highs, right there, right before pre-market, and then it went into consolidation in deep discount. Here, this is the New York Open. Basically, it was quite choppy initially. So what happened was, firstly, it rated some sell side here, rallied. This is a displacement. Range EQ came all the way down into deep discount. Rally one more time with 9:30 open. Took some buy side immediately after open and came down to excuse me guys, came down to the order block, violating all the other PD areas in the meantime, and rallied one more time from there. There was not SMT divergence at the time being, and it started consolidating up there above the BIST right here. And this was 10 o'clock news delivery, which was 120 points. Took the sell side here. It basically rated all these sell side liquidity, resting below the marketplace, and reacted off of it almost immediately. Formed a rejection block and faded or closed the whole fair value gap, a big fair value gap. This is the first displacement. Some people also showed me the 9:30 fair value gap, basically the first fair value gap of New York session. It also retested that level and rallied all the way up here, relative equal highs. Took that, came down to discount again over there. I did not like this price action, but you know, some people took it. It's okay. It came down to the range EQ, swept sell side by doing so. Rallied, formed a new OB right here, and breaker block as well. Retested that breaker block and rallied more. So these rallies, though, I'm saying rally, but they had a purpose. The purpose was, first of all, this buy side. This is the low-hanging fruit basically, and then we had some equal highs here, there. And then it went all the way up here, basically the second target, the third target, basically another relative equal highs at 0.76, which was also the 4-hourly SIBI. So it traded above it slightly and broke down almost immediately, formed an order block there. Let me clean this chart a little bit so we both can see better. All right. So here it formed an order block with a displacement. The order block didn't even got retested, which indicates weakness in the market. There's the retest of the fair value gap, ended up being an IOFED, came all the way down to the relative equal lows right here, and it consolidated at this level. This was not range equilibrium, by the way, of the first leg. So the first leg starts from 10 o'clock all the way to the high. It didn't come to discount. It just fell short slightly. If I zoom in, you guys can see it better. 1-2 ticks. Actually, not 1-2 ticks. That's like 2 points, I think. Actually, not even 1 point. My bad. 2 ticks. Consolidated. Formed a trap. Swept the sell side. And that sell side sweep caused an order block formation right here. Also, you can use this one as well if you wish. That's basically a 5-minute order block. It's the same thing. um, displaced after the south side sweep. So here's the displacement. Trap was not confirmed yet, but with the trap confirmation, it retested the trap and basically raided all the buy sides along the way. This was the first buy side that it got raid, second and the third one. The third one failed. Apparently, I actually was not expecting this failure up here, to be honest with you guys. But this was an SMT divergence also with ES, and it was retesting the order block. You guys can see the order block was respected with bodies, and here it sold off, basically formed a trap shorts right there. The trap fair value gap was not respected, but the reason being was it was in discount. So if I look at this dealing range, this is the premium portion of that trap fair value gap. It basically came all the way up there. Kind of choppy price action up here, not gonna lie. This is quite choppy. Was going too much back and forth to form the trap here as well. The way I see this is basically like it's waiting. The market was waiting for a higher time frame candle closure. That's how I see this. So here, rated buy side, rated sell side, rated buy side, sell side. Basically, this is how can I say it? This seek and destroy on the lower time frame base, meaning higher time frame candle closure is being weighted. But the clue was this candle right here, which is this 15-minute open, had no manipulation, and market will likely to reprice down there. So even though this consolidation was quite ugly, the bullish bias changed with the trap longs up here. So here in this delivery, again, all the buy sides got rated here, and this was an SMT divergence as far as I remember. I'm gonna check it out. I'm not so sure. Let's see. Yeah, no, that's not an SMT divergence, but this is an SMT divergence here. And I think there was one more, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the other one is also SMT divergence. This is a bearish SMT divergence in premium portion of the market, and sells off one more time. Retest of the order block. Market came up for a turtle soup, sold off. So in this time, like these are the lows that should get tagged because it's the sell side, and I was waiting for also 10 a.m. low, which is data news, data low, which never got manipulated. Right now we should be heading down there, to be honest with you. I'm expecting 10 a.m. low. I don't know if it's gonna come during overnight session or not, but we'll see. Here basically TS, after the TS it formed an order block here, 3 consecutive candles. It tested the mean threshold of the OB several times, but the second time was the TS, and it sold off immediately, took the sell side, and it kept going lower, basically in low resistance run. And this is bearish SMT, took all the sell side. Here it stopped because ES here completed the objective, equal lows here, rated that at the time being, and it formed after the sell side was swept. Let me delete all that. So after the sell side sweep, market displaced above a bearish candle, basically formed an order block with a displacement, retested that in the fair value gap. It also swept the low. That's a high probability trade, and offered all the buy sides, and it overshot all the way up to the fair value gap right at the market close, traded up to the volume imbalance and failed there. Thus it sold off afterwards. So anything above this high is basically a higher time frame turtle soup. Okay, so the way I see this is basically this is a head and shoulders, but buy stops, market sold off, did not form an order block just yet, so that's not the confirmation. Technically you can go aggressive, but with the body close below this low or here, now we have an order block and displacement, even better. Market traded up into there, sold off, and here during over an Asia session, it actually gapped up, turtle soup some highs, but eventually sold off almost within this gap. So going into tomorrow, guys, I'm sorry guys, I'm a bit tired today. Going into tomorrow, guys, I am still bearish biased. I don't think we're gonna have a reversal just yet, at least not for tomorrow. Maybe with NFP that's possible, but I'm not expecting any sort of reversals for Thursday. I'll be looking for 10 a.m. news from today getting rated, and we'll see how it goes afterwards. I want to see a bearish fair value gap basically staying open. Right now it formed it, but I want to see market not trading up there just yet, because it's been very weak, so I don't want to see that happening for now. I would rather have it leave it open for Friday. That being said, oh, also I forgot to mention, I was watching something else that I need to mention. So here market, after taking the buy side, this is the 15-minute time frame, it sold off, left this fair value gap on the 15-minute, although it was violated because the opposing side, so here's the bullish fair value gap, because that was violated as well. The bearish fair value gap, I kept that on the chart today while I was watching the afternoon session. So here I'll show you, and it basically acted like a fucking castle here. As you guys can see, the turtle soup and the bodies are respecting as well. The turtle soup happened literally at the 15-minute fair value gap low. The moment I saw the bodies were respecting, I'm like, okay, ES wants to go for the equal lows at this time. The reason I'm not looking these highs is basically because this is the 4-hourly candle open. So here, time and price, guys, right here, this is 2 p.m. anything afterwards, that's what I'm looking at, because I know that the 4-hourly will not go reach for the target that I'm looking for, but the following one, once it's open, then I'm seeking short setups, because I know that distribution can happen with the new candle, right? So the moment I saw this turtle soup within the bearish 15-minute candle, bodies are respecting, I'm like, okay, this is looking good. This was the first fair value gap entry, and you can also, if you have confidence, you can also use these 3 consecutive candles as order blocks as well. So as it goes up here, you can technically short that as well if you want, which would be more aggressive, but your stop loss would be much smaller. Like, again, it's a large range, but 20 points more or less. So yeah, this is what I wanted to mention. I forgot. This is a turtle soup. I'm not sure if, I don't think that was an SMT though. I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't have to be SMT over there though. Let's see. Yeah, it's not an SMT. The SMT is higher up here, which adds more confidence, you know. So yeah, hope you guys find this insightful. I'll see you guys. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow in the morning session. It's Thursday. I like Thursdays usually cleaner than the rest of the day. So we'll see what we get. I have a bearish bias even for the overnight session. I'm thinking new lows, and 10 a.m. news, 10 a.m. low from today. But anyways, I'll talk to you later, guys. Have a great rest of your day.